Booyah! What up, you guys? Welcome back to one another. Welcome back to another one of these videos. Well, this is actually the first live video that I'm making. Let's give it a few minutes for people to join in, and we're gonna go. Today we're gonna talk about how to learn any juggling trick you want. Oh, hey Tia. Moi. Yeah, that's what the topic is going to be. So we're going to talk about how to learn any juggling trick you want. So we're going to talk about the secret to learning it. Alejandro, hey man, how's it going? Let's just wait. Let's give it a few minutes. Hey Des, let's give it a few minutes. How are you guys doing? How is it going? Can you hear me? Can you actually can you hear me? Can you comment? Yes, we can hear you. Ooh. Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? The connection is... Hey Luca, how's it going? Can you hear me? Can you someone please comment if you can hear me or not? Because it's always... I have a very old phone. Hello, greetings. Hello, can you hear me good? Please, somebody say yes. Just comment yes. Oh yeah, yes, good. So yeah, let's give it a few more minutes. Let's start at 7, so it's official. How you guys doing? How's it going? How is the life during Corona? Where are you guys from? Who are you listening? Where are you guys from? Where are you listening from? I'm sending this from Finland. I don't know where you guys are. Where are you guys from? Where are you listening? Oh. Are you guys excited? Excited to learn. I'm gonna talk a little bit about how to actually learn any juggling trick you want, and then I will show you. I'm gonna use an example of trick love back crosses. Mexico! Oh shit, that's so cool. What time it is in Mexico? Is it it's like morning or something? Stuttgart, oh hey Iris. Germany. We got Europe in the building as well. So yeah. That's my daughter. Yeah, let's get soon started. So we got people from Germany, from Mexico. How is life in Germany, Iris? German. I saw some videos, some people, the stores are more open again in Germany. There was this guy in a perfumery, like a perfume store, that they were open. Here in Finland, everything is closed. 11 a.m. Oh, so it's quite morning. We're like 8 hours ahead. I can tell you the future if you want to know. It's still the same. Cool. So let's get started. So basically, let's put this down here. So basically, and if you guys have any questions, just please comment. Let me know. Let's get it started. So basically, the secret to learning any juggling trick you want is to know how to take it down into smaller pieces and learning it step by step. And I know that sounds, when I say that to people, they're all like, well, duh, but still, it's not just knowing that, it's also knowing how to do it. Because it is, I was just talking today, just 2 hours ago, I was chatting with a friend who had a lot of troubles with 7 balls. He said that his 7 ball has been stuck in the same level for so long. And this is actually things that a lot of people come to, they buy my courses to get help for this, and I have a lot of help in there for this. But yeah, it's the ability to learn, knowing how to break the trick into steps and then practicing those steps. It's not just you want to learn 7 balls, Okay, so first you practice 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and 6, and 7. It's not just that easy, and it's also not, I know the exercises. Well, do you do them? So I'm gonna actually show you like exactly step by step how I will break down 3 club back crosses with clubs. Yeah, 3 club back crosses. And it's always depends on who is doing it. Like if you're good at something, you may have to learn it differently than someone who is not that. Like if back crosses comes very naturally to you, it may be much easier for you to do 3 club back crosses than for someone who's struggling with it for a very long time. So some people, they may have to skip a few exercises, and some people, they can just go straight so much further away. Oh, hoi Pekka. Pekka. Pluffo. Yeah, so let's get into it. First of all, the first thing you have to do, you have to know the trick that you want to do. So when you have how to learn any juggling trick you want, the first thing is you have to know the trick, okay? Because sometimes if you're like, you know, to do something a little bit like that, it's very hard to learn something that you don't know how to do it. So first of all, you have to figure out what is the trick. So in this case, for me now, the trick is 3 club back crosses. Okay, so I know that trick is throwing 1 club behind the back, behind the back, behind the back. Okay, so that is the trick that I want to learn. So that is the first step. You have to know the trick. The next step, step number 2, is knowing the correct technique. Okay, so that is it. So now we're talking about back cross, right, with clubs. So I know this is the technique. Oh, gotta be careful. This is the technique. Okay, I'm going to take that down a bit. So once I know throwing that behind the back, now we have to get specific. So I know that the club has to be thrown behind the back and it has to come forward. But now we have to get more into specifics, because that is it. It's just like throw it, because I can hold it like this and throw it. I can hold it like this and throw it. I can throw it this way. I can throw it that way. I can even throw it from here, like this angle or that angle, and have my thumb up or my thumb down. I can hold it like this, or I can hold it like that. There's so many different ways to do it. So next step is you gotta figure out the exact technique, right? Now, I highly recommend the sliding technique, meaning that you slide it down to the knob and then you throw it. And this is like it's a different lecture, but just quickly the back cross. You slide it down, so you have it in your knob. And you have your index finger comes here, so you have a lot of control of the club. And you throw palm up, okay? So you have your palm up. When you bring it down here, it is up. So not like this, palm up. You slide it down, and it gets thrown from there. But yeah, just if I miss some comments. And if you have questions or comments, please let me know. But yeah, so that is the step number 2. You gotta figure out the exact technique, all right? Are you guys with me? Just doesn't make sense. So comment yes if it makes sense. Please just comment yes if it makes sense. Yeah, you get thumbs up. Yeah, so the first step was you gotta know the trick. So know the trick before you start practicing it. The second step, figure out the exact technique. So you actually, if it's some trick like, yes, it does make sense, cool. So if it is a technique that you already know, or if it's like a trick that you already know, or there's somebody has made tutorials, like I have in my courses, there's like a huge amount of tricks that I show you the exactly correct techniques to use with every single trick. Alright, so so now you know the technique. So the next step is to practicing the trick. And for us, it's just practicing the back cross, right? So it's practicing the throw with the right technique. And this is something you gotta figure out. In this case, the sliding, I have my hand up, then I throw it from here, the elbow close to the body, not like this. You go, you have and down, it goes up there. And then you're gonna start practicing this just to get that going up, alright? And again, it's the amount of steps that you have to take, it depends on your skill level, and it depends on your how hard is the trick and everything. Because some people, they have to start working from here. They have to practice this first. And for some people, they already know this. So you can skip this part if you already know this. And that is also the thing. When you start to putting this, the third step, that actually learning the steps, you have to figure out what the steps are. And that's actually better to start from up. So you have the 3 club back crosses and you work your way down. So it's easier to start, especially if you have never done this before, you actually write down on a piece of paper 3 club back crosses. So after that comes like 3 clubs that only 2 throws are back crosses. And then it's like over one throw is back crosses. That means you got some different side swaps in the middle, like one hand throwing continuously back crosses, another one in front. Or then you got like 1, 2, like a tennis. And then you have 1 club like always behind the back, so that's like a tennis again. So you have that, and then you go for 2 clubs. And you do 2 clubs, you do 2 back crosses, so it's like a 3-3-0 side swap. And you break it down into as many steps as you possibly can think of. And that is what makes good teachers as well. Good teachers should see the steps, like know the steps always, and just follow the steps accordingly, okay? So once you have your steps, and then you know which ones you have to do, and it's good to just try them all. So with back crosses, like going now from down to up, this would be the first step. Learning just to throw 1, okay? And once I get this, I don't take 2 yet. No. There's a lot of steps in between. And sorry, if you have never done this before, if you struggle with 3 club back crosses, the next step would be faster, okay? So you would practice being a little bit faster, okay? And then you would also practice different heights. You would practice the back cross lower. You see? I throw it, it's very low. It doesn't go over my head. It stays very low. So you practice this. And still with the same technique, that it comes the front here and not there to the side, right? And then you will practice higher as well. So maybe a little bit loose. See, it's like the same that you would practice cascade, there's like a higher single throw. The same thing here. Right? So see how many steps that we created. So we had some people, they try it, okay, I can do this, I can do this, and then they take 2 clubs and they wonder why it doesn't go so well. And the same thing applies if you're doing like 7 balls. People, they do 5, they don't really know any tricks with 5, they don't know how to do flashes, how to do 360s, how to do different side swaps, and they want to take 7. It's like, of course it's going to be so much harder. So do these steps. So instead of going from 1 to 2, we went from 1 to faster, then you can do slower, and then we can go higher, and we can go lower, okay? And then if you want, you can even do combinations of these. You can try to be very fast, but throw high, or you can be very fast and throw low, or you can try to be very slow and throw high, or very slow and throw very low and or high. You see? If you want to be fast, that is a fast low, or fast high. Oh, that was too high. Or if I want to be very slow and throw low. So I go here, and I throw very late. Or if I want to make that very slow, very high. So there is so many different variations and so many different steps just by this. So you gotta figure out all those different small steps in between. You don't have to use them all. But like I said, this is the secret. Not so many people know how to use this secret. That is why they struggle so much. Alright? I had something in my mouth. And so yeah, that is what we gotta figure out. So you can see how many steps we can do just with one single throw, right? After this, now again, you make all these steps, you try them, I know how to do them. So you continue for the next. If you don't, you spend time on these and then you go for the next. Now when it comes for the 2. And with 2, we have a lot of different steps. And again, you can see people, they just try this, or they try this on both sides. Okay, it's good, and then they go for 3. No. So again, let me show you how many steps you can actually do. So first of all, this is obviously a prerequisite. You have to know this. So now first what we will learn, get some slower rhythm in as well. You see, 1, 2, 1, 2, or boom, 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 boom. You see the difference? So many people, they don't practice these different tempos and it just makes everything so hard. That's what you gotta practice this. Let me pace it up a bit. So first things, after you try the different rhythms, we're gonna do first back cross, and once it lands here, we're gonna do cascade. Okay? You try to get it good. This would be, after trying the tempos, that would be the thing. And then also with the left hand. Damn it! See? Not everything goes well when you're doing it live. Come on! Alright, I need to focus a bit. So back cross and a cascade. Back cross, cascade. And see, you want to calm yourself down. And once you learn this, then you can try to speed it up a bit. Again, we can change the tempo, we can change the height to get more steps if we have to. So now we're going to do a little bit lower, right? A little lower cascade on both sides. And then you go a little bit higher cascade. Alright? And after that, you can start keeping the rhythm, right? You dropped. No shit. You never see me drop on Instagram. Go watch the hashtag the Lauri finish. Yeah, you do. Alright. So after this, we start to get the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, it's another extra step that you can take to learn this trick. And that you can make it faster tempo. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just make it lower. Or you can make it higher and slower tempo. 1, 2, 3. Knock the shit down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You see? And again, it always comes back down to, do you have a good technique? Are you actually standing still and not shaking your booty like it's the 80s disco? Okay? So are you doing it properly? That's always the thing to know. And then after that, once you get different rhythms, different heights, we're gonna do it the opposite way. So we're gonna do first the cascade and then the back cross. Okay? And again, you can do all the different rhythms, you can do all the different tempos, you can do the different heights, high, low, all that kind of stuff and mix them together and then try to do it continuously, right? That's another like 5, 6 different steps that we can take. And again, so many people skip this, and it doesn't mean that you have to spend like hours and hours and hours on all of these steps. These are like sort of like a troubleshooting. Okay? If the trick is not working, you have to ask yourself, did you do all of these? Did you learn all of these steps? Did you try all of these steps that you know how to do them? Okay? So many people, they just skip and they wonder why I didn't learn. Because you didn't practice. Okay? And then you would do this. Back cross, back cross, back cross, back cross. And again, you would do all the same things. You would try to be a little bit faster, a little bit slower, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, and then you try to keep the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you will try to keep the rhythm faster and slower, okay? So it's all about practicing the necessary steps and knowing how to actually make all these different steps, okay? Does it make sense? Just comment yes if it makes sense. And if you're commenting about me dropping, fuck off. No. But yeah, it does make a lot of sense. Did somebody comment yes? Are you guys even listening? Comment yes if it makes sense. And to say again, what makes sense? That you have to practice the steps necessary to learn. If all these steps make sense, and it's you don't have to do all these steps depending on your skill level. Yes. Keeping the elbow close to the body is a very good tip. I find myself pushing the elbow away in continuous pattern. Yeah, a lot of the times that happens, and you think that you're in a hurry, that you actually have to push it very fast like this, but you forget that when doing back crosses, your arm catches and then you just throw up. So it takes the least amount of energy and least amount of speed to do it like that. Yeah, it makes sense. Cool. Okay, so now when it comes to doing again for the tree clubs, we only go for the tree clubs after you have learned all those. Like there's so many steps that you can take. And then with tree, now we know that, okay, so back cross takes a little bit more time than a normal throw. So we know that if we think about, okay, we're gonna do cascade, but instead of throwing like this, our hand has to go behind the body and go like that. So we need a little bit more time. How do we get the time? We slow down our cascade. So I see a lot of people, they practice from here. Oi, oi. And they wonder why it's so hard to do. So especially first, you can practice it super low and super fast after you learn it. But first, let's slow down our cascade. You don't have to slow it down as this much, but just to show you guys a point. You can slow it down, and then you do it from here. And obviously you don't go straight for the tree. So then you slow it down, and then you throw one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And then you will practice to make sure you have a good technique, you're not turning your body, everything is good, you're not shaking your body. And then you will learn the other hand, and then you're gonna learn it a little bit faster and lower, and also try higher. Do all these steps, and then you would do the two, like you can do two in a row from the other side, tennis, and then like left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. And then just continuous like right, left, right. You try 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and so on. Cheers, T. But yeah, so that is again just like, I don't want to be over, like this is not like a back cross webinar. This is how to learn any trick you want webinar. Give you tips for that. But yeah. So that is like, you can see how many steps, and even we can do all those the same. Let me just quickly show. So we do one throw, and this you can do slower rhythm, and you try to be high, and you can do low, and you can try to be slow, and then you can be fast and low, you can be fast and high. Oh, you can drop like you're high. Okay, so you would do that, and then the same on the other side, and then you can practice stuff like tennis, and then you would do 1 and 2, and then also the same from the other side, and then you can try to keep it longer, and you can try to go lower, and then you can try to go higher. Again, all these different steps, and then 1, 2, and again the slower rhythm makes it easier. Okay. Just 1, 2. Now I have to modify my left hand because I have the microphone here. my back pocket. I keep hitting it with my wrist and watch. But yeah, so again, all these steps and different rhythms, different heights, different patterns, and you have to do them according to your own needs. Like, can you do them? If the answer is yes, you don't have to practice them. Can you do them? If the answer is no, you have to practice them. It makes it so much easier to learn the trick that you want to do. In this case, the trick like back crosses. En mä tiedä, jos on siellä kaapista vaatehuoneen hyllyssä. So you gotta do all these different heights and rhythms and all these kind of steps. And yeah, that's it. And you gotta figure out which ones to do. This is the thing. This is like, let's get back to that quickly, the 7 balls problem that my friend had. It was he like this. Many people have the same problem. They have a problem with 7 balls or whatever the trick is. 7 ball is usually, for many people, they have practiced it a lot. Okay, and they practice and practice and practice, and they keep staying in that same level, and it doesn't improve even if they do 7 like 1 hour, 2 hours every single day. Well, that's your first problem. You're practicing it too much. There's only so little time that you can get that knowledge in your muscle memory, okay? It's like, even if your muscles don't get tired, your nervous system, the little guys that brings all the message from your brain to your muscles to move in sort of way, they get tired. And you can only improve your skills like this much every single day. And when you try to practice this much every single day, that same trick that you can only learn this much, it doesn't make any sense. So like practicing 7 balls, practicing the technique of 7 balls is a different thing. Like if you know the trick and you practice new tricks, then it makes sense you're practicing new tricks for so long. But it doesn't make sense of practicing that one technique for an hour, 2 hours. Like I think 20 minutes max on one trick, one technique is more than enough. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Malabar, that I understand, that's a juggler, I guess. But I don't know like at all Spanish, if that is. It looks like it's Spanish. Sorry, man. But yeah. So what you gotta do when you're stuck on that trick, so you have your dream trick, the trick that you want to do. So how is you have to come down. You have to come down those steps and to really try to figure out what you can and what you can't do. Like you have to find the steps that you don't know yet how to do. So you go all the way down, and again you break it into all these different steps, and you start from here. You see what you can do and what you cannot do. Okay? So if you try to do 7 balls, you have to ask yourself, first of all, how is your technique with 3 balls, like just high throws, high fast throws? How is accurate and how good is your technique? How good is your 360s when it comes to doing like 3 balls? 4 ball crossing patterns, 4 ball snake. Can you do over 100 catches of 4 ball snake? If you cannot do over 100 catches of 4 ball snake, there's no way you can do over 100 catches of 7 ball. Okay? It just doesn't make any sense. You have to see how good is your 5 balls. When you're doing 5, can you actually stand still? Can you stand still on one leg and juggle like this? Are you shaking? If it's like this, if you cannot do on one leg, you have a bad technique. You have to work on your 5 first. You gotta figure out how is your 5 ball flashes. Just flashing. Can you do many flashes in a row with a perfect technique and clapping in the middle? Can you do 360s with 5 balls easily? Can you do 7-4-4? Can you do 7-5-3? Can you do them in and out from a pirouette? Can you do like long runs of it? How's your endurance on those? So you always have to figure out the easier tricks that are very similar and those prerequisites exercises, how well you can do them. Okay? And this is something that I teach in my Juggling Mastery course. I show you like with every trick how to, like, what is the perfect technique for that, and if there is none, how to actually find it, and if that technique is not working for you, how to fix it so it does work for you. And I show you like how to do all these exercises. I show you how to break everything into step by step. So this is something that I do. This is something I'm good at. I'm good at helping jugglers to improve their skills. And this is actually a very funny thing. Like so many jugglers, when I talk to them that I have my juggling mastery and I teach people online, and they're like, oh, I've been juggling for like 10 or 20, 30. Somebody told me that, oh, no, I don't need it. I've been juggling for 40 years. Cool. So you don't have to learn anything more. How is your 360s in 5 club back crosses? They can only barely do 3 club behind the back. So it's not about how long have you done it. It's about how well have you done it, right? He said you are good and congratulations for putting too hard on juggling. Oh, well, thank you so much. It means you rock, man. Dude is congratulating you. Well, thank you so much, Pablins. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't understand you. But yeah, that is like, you gotta figure out the steps. So that is the secret. Not only that you know the steps, you actually practice these steps. Okay? That's the big thing. That is the big secret. That is what I want you to learn. If you want to do it faster, if you don't want to do it always by yourself, like buy my course. I'm telling you right now, it is the best thing for jugglers ever. Okay? If you want to learn more about it, go to jugglingmastery.com, and for now, you can actually get it with a discount. So, and with a huge discount. It's not going to be there for long. What I've been doing this whole Corona time, I've been practicing marketing and selling. So soon, I'm just going to crank up the price because the value is over 10 times what it's worth. The value is over 10 times for what I'm asking for it. So even without the discount. So I'm going to move the discounts very soon. So if you guys want to take advantage of the discount, jugglingmastery.com, definitely go there and try that. That's it. That's all I have to say. But yeah, so if you're struggling with these tricks, if you are like trying to learn some tricks that you haven't done in a long time, you gotta figure out the steps. You gotta figure out how to actually do all these steps and how to learn the trick. And then you have to go all the way down and see where is your problems and then work on those, all right? And if you want to do it faster and easier, buy my course and learn from there. That is it, all right? How many of you guys, was that helpful? Thank you for the info. My pleasure. Like, comment, was it helpful? Just like all this that I just shared you. Was it good? All right. Yeah, how do you make the heart? Like that. I always feel that when I do the heart, it has like little bunny ears. It was good. Like, this is what my course is all about. I'm doing these kind of videos there every week, plus there's over 400 juggling tutorials and lessons in the course. And it's like, you can get it in the price of nothing almost. It's like, I know some people for now doesn't have that much money because of Corona, and me either. So I do know that if you can't get it now, it's fine. You can just like watch these kind of videos and watch my YouTube tutorials. But definitely, I wish I would have had these a long time ago. I wish I would have had this like a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I would have been so much better. It makes me want to buy the course. You should, man. You should, Edwin. You should buy the course. Seriously. And think about this. If you buy it now, you can watch it for a whole month. And like for 30 days, if you feel that it was not worth the money, I give you your money back. 100%, no questions asked. You can always like, you can watch it, you can watch the videos, and then like, no, dude, take it back, give me my money. I will give you your money. So you can try it without any risk. Like literally, you can just buy the course now, buy the discount, and for 30 days, you get your money back if you didn't like it. That's it. So there's no reason not to buy it. Literally no reason. But just know that soon I'm gonna put the price back up. So now you can get it up to minus 70%. So it's still gonna be on, but not for long. So buy the course, man.
Nothing to lose, exactly. But think about what you're losing if you're not using it. You're losing actually more like that, because you're not learning so fast, you're not getting so good. So you're losing like that. And I'm also showing a bunch of cool stuff about making money with juggling as well. So that's it. Thank you guys so much. That was a nice half an hour. I'm gonna start doing more of these. We're gonna have a different topic every time, and I'm gonna go like specifically into some techniques and into some theory. There's a lot of rumors going on in the juggling community about how to learn, how to train, and how to practice, how to compose your training sessions that has no scientific base whatsoever. Like, it's unbelievable. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna tackle on. So thank you guys so much for watching. Jugglingmastery.com. I know there's no link here, but I'm gonna put the link in the comments. Jugglingmastery.com. Get it now. You won't be sorry, trust me. It's just, you won't. You're gonna think it's so good. You're gonna thank me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, man. Have a nice one. Cheers.